Question number 1. What does the scaffold widget provide in Flutter? Valid point. It provides a basic structure for the Flutter app is true. Question number 2. What is the purpose of libmain? Dart in Flutter. Correct response. To define the app's view is the most accurate answer. Question number 3. Which company has created and maintains Flutter? Right choice. Google is the best answer. Question number 4. How many types of widgets are there in Flutter? Well done. 2 is the right choice. Question number 5. What programming languages are used by Flutter? Nice selection. Dart is the correct and valid answer. Question number 6. The main component of a Flutter application is? Perfect. Widget is the correct choice. Question number 7. What does U stand for in Flutter development? Ooh. Smart pick. User interface is the correct choice. Question number 8. What are some IDEs where Flutter can be used? What? Great thinking. Visual Studio Code IntelliJ IDEA is the right choice. Question number 9. What does the setState method do in Flutter? Well picked. Updates the U based on new data is the correct answer. Question number 10. Which of these statements is true for Flutter? Well reasoned. All claims is the correct choice. Question number 11. An example of a stateful widget in Flutter is Good thinking. Text form field is the right answer. Question number 12. In which year Flutter was officially released? Exactly. 2018 makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 13. Which programming language is used on Flutter? Smart move. Dart is an accurate answer. Question number 14. What is the rendering engine used by Flutter? Right again. Ski is a valid answer. Question number 15. What does the term Flutter widget refer to? Bravo. A user interface element is the answer. Question number 16. What company developed the Flutter framework? Excellent. Google is a brilliant choice. Question number 17. What is the Flutter developed from language? Great job. Dart is the accurate answer. Question number 18. What a column widget creates on the Flutter? Nice work. You chose a column and it is correct. Question number 19. When was the alpha Flutter version released? Good job. Your answer 2017 works well here. Question number 20. How to add several subsidiaries to Flutter? Sharp thinking. Children is the right choice. Question number 21. What programming language does Flutter use? You're right. Dart is the correct answer. Question number 22. Which company originally developed Flutter? Correct. Google is the right answer. Question number 23. What is a widget in Flutter terminology? Nicely done. A building block of the user interface is a solid answer. Question number 24. What does a text widget create in Flutter? Clear logic. Your choice A text is sound and 100% true.
Question number 25. Which platforms are supported by Flutter?
You chose iOS, Android, web, and desktop. And it is correct. Question number 26. What is the Flutter doctor command to do? On track. Check the environment for Flutter is the correct answer. Question number 27. Which is the official website of Flutter? Solid response. Flutter. Dev is a valid choice. Question number 28. What platforms can we develop in Flutter? Strong choice. Desktop, mobile, web is the right answer.
Question number 29. What is meant by widgets in the Flutter?
You got it? Your choice user interface element is right.
Question number 30. The backbone widget of a Flutter app is?
Excellent choice. Scaffold is the right answer.
Question number 31. Which of these is not a pro for Flutter?
Nicely done. More testing is a solid answer.
Question number 32. The Flutter app is a must through a file.
Well picked. Main. Dart is the correct answer.
Question number 33. Flutter uses which programming language? Great thinking. Dart is the right choice.
Question number 34. What is the primary purpose of Flutter? Right again. Mobile app development is a valid answer. Question number 35. Unit of composition in Flutter would be? Clear logic. Your choice widget is sound and 100% true. Question number 36. Flutter is not a language, it is an SDK. Correct. True is the right answer.
Question number 37. What does hot reload mean in Flutter?
On track. Quickly applying code, changes without restarting the app is the correct answer. Question number 38. What is Dart in the context of Flutter? Smart pick. A programming language is the correct choice. Question number 39. When does Flutter use JIT compilation? Great job. During development and debugging is the accurate answer. Question number 40. How do I make a button on the Flutter? Excellent choice. By using the elevated button. Class is the right answer. Question number 41. What does null safety mean in Flutter? Strong choice. Ensuring that variables cannot have null values is the right answer.
Question number 42. Enlist some major features in Flutter.
You're right. All the above is the correct answer. Question number 43. The first version of Flutter date of? Nice work. You chose 2017 and it is correct. Question number 44. Current stable version of Flutter is? You got it. Your choice 2.5.0 is right. Question number 45. Flutter in programming using language. Well reasoned. Dart is the correct choice.
Question number 46. How do you add icon in Flutter? Using?
Sharp thinking. Icon is the right choice. Question number 47. The earlier code name of Flutter was? Valid point. Sky is true. Question number 48. What is a stateful widget in Flutter? Good thinking. A widget that can change dynamically is the right answer. Question number 49. Flutter programming language is Dash. Right choice. Dart is the best answer. Question number 50. Flutter is a framework developed by? Well done. Google is the right choice.
Question number 51. What is the Flutter stateful widget? Nice selection. Dynamic data is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 52. What gender is of the Flutter bird?
Exactly. Male makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 53. Google Ads was developed using Dash.
Smart move. Flutter is an accurate answer.
Question number 54. Flutter is a framework that is Dash. Solid response. Open source is a valid choice. Question number 55. What is the status widget Flutter? Good job. Your answer static data works well here.
Question number 56. What are the advantages of Flutter? Bravo. All of the above is the answer.
Question number 57. Which IDE Flutter doesn't support? You chose Eclipse, and it is correct. Question number 58. What Flutter develops a platform?
Correct response. OS Android Web is the most accurate answer.
Question number 59. What function starts a Dart code? Excellent. Main is a brilliant choice. Question number 60. What are build modes in Flutter? Perfect. All the above is the correct choice. Question number 61. What is the name of the Flutter? You chose widget, and it is correct. Question number 62. Who developed Flutter framework? Clear logic. Your choice, Google, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 63. What name was Flutter announced?
Bravo. Sky is the answer. Question number 64. Choose the features of Flutter. Right again. All of the above is a valid answer. Question number 65. Some Flutter success cases are: well picked. Alibaba, Nubank, Google Ads, Hamilton is the correct answer. Question number 66. What is a Flutter disadvantage? You're right. Google dependence is the correct answer. Question number 67. Flutter was released by Dash. Solid response. Google is a valid choice. Question number 68. Flutter is developed by Dash. Great job. Google is the accurate answer.
Question number 69. Which of these use Flutter?
Strong choice. All of these is the right answer. Question number 70. When was Flutter invented? Nice work. You chose 2017, and it is correct. Question number 71. When was Flutter released? Well done. May 2017 is the right choice. Question number 72. What is widget in Flutter? Perfect. An individual part of you is the correct choice. Question number 73. Flutter was developed by. Great thinking. Google is the right choice. Question number 74. The rendering process is. Good job. Your answer, how Flutter turns EI code into pixels, works well here. Question number 75. Flutter apps can run on. Smart move. All of these is an accurate answer. Question number 76. Flutter was created by. Nicely done. Google is a solid answer. Question number 77. What is PubSpec YAML? Smart pick. Configuration files for Flutter applications is the correct choice. Question number 78. What is a Flutter? sharp thinking. A framework for mobile application development is the right choice.
Question number 79. Flutter is dash.
Right choice. All of the above is the best answer.
Question number 80. Flutter is a nice selection. SysDK is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 81. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Exactly. Contact Narayan Chengder makes sense and it is right choice.